Hello everybody, I'm back on the drive again. This piece of footage has just never ever sat comfortably with me. This bit, the first bit. You know, you think you see things and then you think, oh, I've actually spent hours and hours on this. I actually deleted everything and then started again because it's so difficult when we've got such a small piece of footage and you're zooming in for any kind of proper clarity. But we all know that bit there. And on the videos it's been stuck twice, but it is the same person. So I don't know why they've done that. So as you can see, there's me making some videos to show you that there's loads of them actually. Just going through them, trying to make that bit bigger, changing the saturation, nothing to do with altering the video, just the saturation. But do you see, when you look here, there's definitely being professionally masked out. And I mean, there's a box thing there, do you see? And then when we get to there, we think that that's both his legs, but he's actually putting another leg down here. And then when you look at it, his foot disappears. Where's the shadow from this leg moving if the shadow is there of that leg? There is no shadow whatsoever of that leg. One of those is his leg, but his other leg is actually over there. That there in the middle is something completely different. And then I wondered what it was. Was that his hand? Was that bit here? Something else is happening in here. And you just have to keep slowing it down, saturate it, because you're trying to pick up on things that are just minute. See, this is his leg is in here. So, I mean, how could he stand like that? You see, but they've made it look like he stopped. There, do you see? He's sticking his other leg out. Do you see how this moves really strangely here? Look. It is extremely difficult. But do you see? Here, and there's something. And that is not his leg. They've masked it out. Do you see that? I mean, when that bit there, doesn't that just look so strange? So, zoom it up a bit more. There. There. We've just been looking at this video all wrong. You wondered whether they were arms. But there's definitely they've definitely professionally masked it. So you can't quite work out what's going on. And you know, what have we got? 2 or 3 seconds which we're slowing down. But it just irked me all the time. The way everything was happening, and so I keep trying to zoom in and zoom in. I mean, you can actually see the person. As their face kind of comes out, it is kind of blurred, but you still can see them. I thought that that might have been a child to start with. It just didn't there, coming out the way the shape and everything was. I thought it was a child. I mean, I know his leg's there, but what does that look like to you? I'm not actually sure which way they're actually facing. I think they're facing the other way because I showed you the bit. I mean, the person or whoever he's moving on the ground. That's what I'm talking about, facing the other way. He wasn't just coming out of the house, I don't think, at that point. I thought that was both of his hands to start with. And don't forget, I've told you about the shadow, haven't I? His foot comes up, there's nothing on his foot, there's no shadow from that foot, so they've masked the bottom bit out. And it's just so difficult because what have we got? 3 seconds? 2 seconds? I am going to show you a bit more at the end because I'm going to saturate it again. I was a bit shocked. I'm just trying to show you what I'm looking at. I mean, does that look right to you? And you can see that it's all blurred out. It just is. You can see it here, a bit there, and when they cross there, you can't see them. It goes so quick. You've lost a blur in there completely. That's their face there. I'm just not quite sure what I'm seeing, but this bit down here, do you see? In that shadow, it kind of looks like he's... Do you see his other leg is going out there? Do you see it? And it looks like he's pushing at that moment. Or they. Okay, at one point I thought that maybe this was a person here and they were facing that. But there is someone there. There, see? Do you see that? And you see that it moves independently from him. Did you see that? That's what happens. You have to slow it down and then keep going backwards and forwards with the footage. But do you see that this moves independently to him? Do you see? Can't quite see what's going on. But I've spent hours like just saturating it and putting other colours on it just to bring out. So I haven't changed any of the footage. I've just changed the shading of the footage to try and emphasise what that is. Do you see his leg go across there then? It doesn't have a shadow on it. They weren't just walking out. It's just so sad. It just wants to bring tears to my eyes because they're actually masking up him, actually bringing... Well, if they're down there, his head's here. Well, their head is there. And this is down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it quite fast to show you how whoever it is independent to him, or whoever that is. I'm not even sure what I'm capturing here really, because every now and again something else seems to be there. You can't quite work it out. Whatever he's got is him. It's not a hand, not all that. It's not him moving, it's because he's touched them. You have to then look up by the light and then look to the right of the light, and there is like a block, a line, there is editing. Right here, there's like a line where they've cut it, you know, they've blanked it. Do you see? Seeing it differently now looks like they're pushing something, doesn't it? You see something's happening on the ground. Now I'm a bit upset really. I don't know what I was expecting to see at this point. Was so not right with this footage. One person. But there is that one. I don't know if it's the same person or not. They just look different. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but definitely I think something's being pushed. Somebody. See? Do you see? See? What are we looking at? What do you see? At points you can actually see their face, but not like in a photograph quite. You see their eyes. But wait till I've saturated it again and recorded it and put it on after this. See, their face is up here. Something's happening there. It's not a big bum, everybody. That is not a big bum. And there's his face. Do you see that? There's his face. I hope everybody can see that. There's his face. Something happens there. Something weird happens there. I think that's where everybody sees the pigtail, but I don't think it is. Well, I'm not sure. Is there one or two people there? It might be a bunch of blurs to you, but I have spent hours going through this footage. It's only when you're messing around putting it backwards and forwards you see a sequence which you're not seeing. Oh, dearie me, what is that? Anyway, I'm going to Movie Maker and I'm just going to press Visual Effects, and then that's what I've been using to just change the colours of the footage. I'm actually going to put it on blurry. Can't believe it. I'm putting it on blurry to show it better. Been through all of them. The blurry one. Do you see? Do you see Slight distance. I hope everybody can see. And now this is uploading, and then play you a bit of that, but bigger. I've been messing around with the brightness. Because even that plays an effect, because obviously it makes things a bit for you to see. And don't forget, they've masked it out. Anyway, to the next bit. When you're watching this, I just want you to see that he changes size, or the person changes size. There's their legs, and their face is going to come out up there. You'll see that they grow, as if they're coming towards the camera, but they're not. They're going down the drive. I mean, when you see that his head is up here, there's his legs. Oh! Do you see that? Do you see it change his size? He grows. Do you see? But he's definitely got something. Somebody. That's what I reckon. I don't mean thing in a derogatory way, by the way. I don't even know what to say, because someone else can see something else, but that's what I see. And he grows. He grows, look. See that? He grows. I've looked at this so many times, I feel quite depressed, to be honest, because I keep seeing things, but it's just so hard to show you, you know, as I'm recording it. But this is definitely squared out here, definitely. There's this line here, and you see there is something there. There's just something there. And it's been blurred out, professionally blurred out. On purpose, so we can't see it. You see that line which goes across there? And then how many people, when watching this footage, believe that when this leg comes across, that this leg is actually going in front of this? It looks like this is on the right side, right? The right side. But this is going to go over here. How can the leg that you're seeing go the other side? And there's just such a funny shape there. You'll see in a minute, his leg is there. There's his leg. This is his trousers. The other side. So basically, I'm not even sure what we're looking at. That funny shape. See? His leg goes the other side. But when we're the other way, when we're here, can't stop it on it now. Let's go back here. When we're here, that leg looks like it's on the right hand side, and he's got his left leg down and his right leg is moving, so he's going to move forward. That's not true. What you're seeing there is his trouser. That leg is going behind that leg. So what is that bright thing in front? See? That leg is going behind. Where do you see going in front? It's going behind. So what are we looking at? And then when you look here, do you see there's a straight line going down here? That is his trouser leg. It's going behind there. So you can't see this leg in front. This leg is on the left side of his body, going that way. So they've masked all this out. You think that leg is on the right hand side of his body, and so that's his left leg, that's his right leg, but it's not true. See? So you're not watching that bright bit on the right hand side. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but I tell you what I think it is. I actually think he felt that confident that he's actually taking one of them out in the morning between his legs. He's dragging them out. And it only looks like he stops there because they've cut the footage. They've actually cut it, because how can it look like his leg is on the right hand side, but actually his leg is going behind him? And the other thing that really gets me, do you see there, down there, there's a shadow on his foot. The shadow disappears and there's no shadow on the foot on the right, and there's no shoe or no foot at all. See? There's his leg there. There. That's his leg going the other side. So there you can see whatever that is, and his leg goes the other side. But from here, it makes you look like his legs, that's on the right hand side. So they've obviously really doctored it, because that way his leg's on the right hand side, and oh, but actually it's not, it's on the left hand side. So I actually think that's him taking somebody between his legs, and for some reason they've done something here, that straight line. It's just so blurry, and I know it's even blurry for you. I've tried to saturate it so I can see it better, because it doesn't really show up. You have to mess slowing it down and stuff like that. So an amazing shadow that completely disappears. See, there's his leg going through on the other side. I really hope when you're watching this that you can keep up with me and see what I'm seeing. Okay? Because I know it's quite difficult. That is the leg going on the other side of him. The leg on the right hand. I hope everybody can keep up with me and just see that even here it's moving. Do you see that? It's been blurred out, doctored, masked. He must have been taking someone out that before it even got the car in the drive. Because you can sort of see it. It's just so hard. There, look. Between his legs. But then it just goes all skew-whiff and looks like the bum. That's the bum. But it's not, is it? It's not a bum at all. It's been masked out. Because they make this 1-2 step and then they sort of fly off like they're a fly. just see that masking all here, masking. So I don't even know what we're quite looking at like there, but I just think that that's him between his legs. I don't know what I was expecting to see, but I just knew this footage just didn't look right. I just think that that is him taking someone out. None of it matches up. None of the footage matches up. I know it's pixelated, but the flipping thing trumps. See? It's masked. See? There's a mask there. And there's one here. So this footage is doctored. See it? What do you think you're seeing? Maybe someone else can get this footage and they've got much better equipment to see it, but there's something very strange with the footage. Honestly, there is. This whole piece of footage is doctored. I don't even know why they had to show us this bit. They didn't need to show us this bit. So why are they showing it to us? They've completely doctored it, and it's to cover up what he's actually doing. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you can keep up and see what I was trying to show you. What do you make of it? What do you make of all this?